Hey everyone, welcome to today's Explainer. Today, we're diving into a total lifestyle shift known as the Dawn Revolution. I know, it sounds a little intense, right? But as we unpack the source material, you'll see that the compounding benefits of mastering your mornings are absolutely incredible. We're going to explore 5 specific benefits of hitting the hay early and waking up with the sun. If you've ever felt like, there just aren't enough hours in the day, or you're dragging your feet from dawn till dusk, you are definitely going to want to stick around for the concepts we map out today.
Look, we've all been there. It's way past midnight, your eyes are burning, but you're just caught in that endless, exhausting loop of scrolling through your phone in the dark. It literally drains your energy and leaves you waking up feeling totally depleted. But contrast that with waking up at sunrise. Picture pulling back the curtains and letting that soft golden morning light just flood the room. You stretch and you actually feel refreshed. You feel energetic. The source highlights this exact transition from the tired late-night doom scroller to the vibrant early riser as the foundational shift we absolutely have to make. It's really a choice between pure exhaustion and real vitality.
So, here is our roadmap for today's Explainer. We're breaking this transformation down into 5 stages. First, better physical health. Second, concentration and memory. Third, increased daily productivity. Fourth, better mood and less stress. And finally, making time for habits. Let's get right into it.
Okay, the most crucial point to understand right out of the gate is this. Healthy habits start with good sleep. It's the absolute core truth of the Dawn Revolution. Because before we can even talk about crushing the morning, we have to recognize that your morning actually begins the night before. You just cannot force a productive, high-energy sunrise if you haven't made the conscious, deliberate decision to put the phone away and go to sleep early. Good sleep is your launch pad. It is the absolute non-negotiable prerequisite for everything else we're about to discuss.
All right, stage 1, better physical health, the biological foundation. There is a highly logical biological sequence happening here. When you commit to sleeping early, you're finally giving your body the uninterrupted time it desperately needs just to rest. But it's not just passive downtime, it's active repair. Think about it. Throughout the day, we put our bodies through all sorts of physical wear and tear. High-quality early sleep is when your body goes to work fixing that damage. And why does this matter for the morning? Well, because when you wake up physically repaired, you're actually healthy and energized enough to do those morning activities. Suddenly, you have the biological fuel to get up, make a nutritious breakfast, and actually follow through on that morning workout, instead of just smashing the snooze button because your body is still aching from the day before. Moving on to stage 2, concentration and memory, unlocking your mental edge. We all know the feeling. Without proper sleep, you end up with this fatigued, foggy brain that struggles to hold on to even the simplest facts. It's so incredibly frustrating when you're trying to learn or work and the information just slides right off. But with high-quality rest, that fog completely clears. By getting to bed early, you give your brain the processing time it needs to consolidate information. And the result? Intense focus and a massive boost in memory retention the very next day. You aren't just awake, your mind is totally dialed in and operating at its absolute peak capacity. That brings us to stage 3, increased daily productivity, the execution phase. Just imagine this for a second. It's 5 a.m., but because you slept early, you wake up fresh, not groggy. By 6 a.m., you're enjoying some quiet time. And guys, this is an incredibly valuable, uninterrupted window for planning before the daily chaos hits. No emails yet, no text messages, no phone calls. This quiet time is basically your secret weapon. By the time 8 a.m. rolls around, while most people are just frantically rushing out the door, you have already crushed your early goals. You've planned your work, tackled your most important tasks, and set an amazing productive trajectory for the rest of the day. You're operating from a place of total control rather than constantly playing catch-up. Stage 4, better mood and less stress, the emotional payoff. We so often treat good sleep as this strictly physical thing, but it is actually a critical psychological tool too. It's the foundational requirement for controlling your emotions. Think about it. When you are well rested, you just aren't as reactive to the minor annoyances of the day. You actually have the mental bandwidth to do things like meditate peacefully. And because you aren't rushing around in a panic and your brain and body are fully rested, you significantly drop your daily stress levels. You get to spend your time peacefully as a genuinely happier person. Crushing those early morning goals doesn't just make you a better worker, it brings you a really profound sense of inner peace. And finally, stage 5, making time for habits, the lifestyle shift. So this is how that morning routine transforms into a truly sustainable lifestyle. Waking up early literally creates intentional time for healthy habits.
Step 1, you actually have the quiet space to sit down with a book for some reading and learning. Step 2, you've got the physical energy and the actual time slot to go for a jog or hit the gym. And step 3, you can dedicate real moments to simple but super profound self-care. Things like drinking a glass of water and actually nourishing yourself before the rest of the world demands your attention. And you can only execute these habits because you locked in that physical and mental edge by getting to bed early the night before. This exact sequence is what permanently elevates your daily life.
Which perfectly brings us to this classic quote highlighted in the source material. Early to bed and early to rise makes a person healthy, wealthy, and wise. Honestly, just think about what we've mapped out today. Healthy covers that physical repair, the morning exercise, and the self-care. Wealthy speaks to that massive spike in daily productivity, the uninterrupted planning, and actually achieving your goals. And wise captures that laser focus, the reading, the memory retention, and the emotional control. It's pretty wild, but this one simple phrase perfectly captures the entire holistic transformation we've been talking about today.
So here is the ultimate call to action. Start sleeping early today and transform your life. The absolute best thing about the Dawn Revolution is that it is 100% within your control. You don't need to go buy expensive equipment or completely overhaul your life this very second. It literally just requires one single focused decision. Prioritize your rest tonight so you can claim all those incredible benefits tomorrow morning.
I want to leave you with this. You now have the exact blueprint. You've seen the compounding benefits of physical health, mental focus, productivity, less stress, and dedicated time for habit building. The path to a better life is right there, waiting for you tomorrow morning. So, the only question left to answer is this. Will you put down your phone tonight,